Good morning. It is hump day. It is Wednesday. It is the Bubba Show. So today is the day of the week that really has the news that has the potential to drive this market and possibly break it one way or the other. Personally, I don't think it's going to come from a news item that we know about. But to look at the overall news that we do have coming out today, we've got the FOMC minutes, Federal Open Market Committee. This is where the Fed tells us what they said last month. Now we know what they came out and said, but this is where you get the feel for the opinion of the committee and where the votes laid and where everybody thought. And the minutes actually sometimes have a bigger impact on the market than the actual meeting it did itself at the time they had it. So this is what we'll be watching for to see how the market reacts to the minutes. Now, we don't want to react ahead of time. We want to wait till the market picks out its direction, and then we'll try to jump on a board. Now, either we're going to break out to the trend to the upside, or we can start a new trend to the downside. And the bottom line is we're not going to try to guess. We're going to let the market dictate to us what we want. We also have the Producer Price Index, or PPI, coming out today. Now, again, I don't think that this number is going to be a major number, and I believe that, if the numbers are bad, most likely they'll sweep the information under the carpet if it's bad, and the markets will continue. I believe it will take some sort of major fundamental news bomb that nobody could account for that will actually be the break, or the market will start the market down to have a little correction. We know that at some point there's going to be some sort of correction or some sort of profit taking. We don't know when, and we don't under what conditions. So as long as the VIX, the volatility index, stays down here, as long as the tape remains strong, as long as the markets continue not breaking and as bad news is not affected, we are going to continue on the same track as we are. We're not going to look to predict what's happening in the markets. Now, the rest of this week, you've got the CPI, Consumer Price Index, coming out tomorrow. You've got the Philadelphia Fed coming out tomorrow. And on Friday, you've got the leading economic indicators. These are all numbers that have the ability to move the market, but probably won't. Okay? They look to be the difference. Now, this is when you'll be able to tell a market direction shift when bad news starts giving the market a little bit more volatility, which means that the daily ranges aren't going to be so tight. And when bad news comes out, the market actually sells off more than for 3 seconds. And this is something that you have to start to recognize as you're trading. You can kind of feel it, and that's what you want to look for. Go back to Trading Places, Billy Ray Valentine. I feel it. This is what you want to look for. You want to kind of feel when the market is changing. Now, right now, there is no reason to believe that these numbers will have any more effect than the past 6 weeks of the numbers, because we've driven ourselves into a solid uptrend, and now we are in solid consolidation. But be ready. When it breaks either side, if it breaks the upside, we can try to jump in, because that will indicate that we are going to go and pick up the next leg will be higher. If it breaks the downside, look for a little bit of rally back into resistance, and then look to sell it. Remember, there's going to be buyers on the first breakdown. There's going to be people that are looking to be buy, the people who missed this overall rally. So we'll have plenty of opportunity to participate on either side, but especially on the downside. Don't feel like you missed something because you didn't. There always will be opportunity, and we'll be here to help you provide it for you. Bubba's Picks, new format is working well. Remember, for Wednesday, the Bubba Show, we'll talk to you on Thursday.